folks, how are you? We are in the lab just to play around today. This is Christmas Day. Well, it's Christmas evening. And, I got this string of lights here, Christmas lights. 20 of them on this strand. And these like at Walmart, they're like $1.98 for a box of 20. And I realized I put like I went and got a bunch of those. Not a bunch. I got like 5 or 6 boxes of them. And they make great night lights in like every room in the house. I love the ambient lighting that Christmas lights put out, white ones. And, I was thinking about it Christmas. I'm like, man, that's, by the way, that's why I got the lantern here. And I have the little ornament lantern sitting here, because I'm going to pack that ornament away until next year. So these lights, I'm going to, just for fun, I'm going to electrify this nautical light. Now, I picked this up. I had won an online auction for a lantern, and this was part of the lot. And I'm like, all right, I'll take it. That's pretty cool. I love that Fresno globe, there's half of it here. Half of this weighs like 10 pounds. Ridiculously thick glass. But apparently this had been modified. This had been electrified. But I'm pretty sure it was electrified with DC power, judging by this little socket that they had put on here. I think this whole bottom was replaced. Although, well, it doesn't, I don't think it was replaced. It looks like it was resoldered or something going on there. But, and then, it's funny because I worked on this thing I got from a driving lamp. This is a Dietz driving lamp, fount and burner. I'm like, oh man, wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, it doesn't fit. But, so here's what I'm thinking. Gonna electrify. This had already been electrified. You can see where somebody had drilled a hole to put a cord in, which kind of bugs the shit out of me, because you could have put it right through one of these holes right here. Right? You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, well. What is that thing I'm feeling down there? What is that? I'll never know. I'll never know what it is I'm feeling down here. Some kind of piece of metal. There was something there and somebody cut it off. There was some kind of other holder, apparently. Huh. Okay, so. And there was something going on in the back here. I'm assuming that was probably some kind of polished reflector in the back, and it had been painted over with silver paint. Don't ask me how somebody got a spray bottle in there. But this is all galvanized steel. I don't know why. But I did kind of bring a piece of foil. So I'm thinking, I'm just going to tape a piece of foil, clear reflective foil on the back, just to kind of help things out here, because this is going to be low wattage. So here's what I'm thinking of doing. Going to take this, take these lights. I'm going to wrap them around this glass cup here. I know that's not going to go up in there. I'll just have to finagle it somehow. So this has something to kind of hold on to. Maybe I'll even tape it to it. Just I want to see how it works. And then I can refine that. And, any kind of refining would be putting a real bulb in this thing, effectively. But with this kind of, nice low wattage, I can put it on, stick it on a wall somewhere, and not worry about turning it off night and day. And, electric bill going up and shit. So, okay. Now, do I want to leave that on or take that off? Well, I'll leave it on there. Somebody maybe will want that. I don't know. This is actually, this lamp is for sale on Marketplace. But I'm not doing anything to it that can't be reversed. All I'm doing is cutting the cord, putting it through that hole, putting it back together, and then wrapping lights around a glass and sticking them in there. That's all I'm doing. And trying to think where I can stick this, I'm kind of wondering. So this piece was in there. Very flimsy, whatever this stuff's made of. So I would assume he would just kind of nail that to a wall somewhere. There. Oh, that wouldn't do it. How would you hang this thing? It would have to be something like this, just a shit ton stronger, because that would just bend. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Neither does that, unless you put a pin in it down there. That would make sense. I don't know what that's for. Okay, so let's do this, folks. So we got this. Let's see how much of this. Okay, good. So we need some cord to come out the back, and I need a little bit to tie a knot in it. And we need some bigger than they need to be wire nuts. That's all I got for wire nuts. My wiring days have passed me by. I'm looking in all the drawers here, all these little cubbies. You'd think I have a bunch of them, but I don't know what happened to them. Okay. So, let's see. What's a good length? I mean, like I said, this was $1.98. I'm really not worried about. I'm not worried about hurting anything. All right, no, I'm not worried about breaking it, or because I got a couple more of these. If it doesn't work, then I'll. Why would it not work? It's 2 wires, right? Okay, so I'm gonna bring this through, leave myself some space. I'm going to tie a knot. Very important knot. This keeps somebody from yanking that cord out and starting a fire or something. There we go. Yeah, when it came to, as a younger person, when it came to wiring, I was all into 12-volt wiring. I felt safer wiring, speakers and lights and, fog lights and all kinds of fun stuff in my cars and things, and then electronics and all that shit, car electronics and everything. You just couldn't do that crap anymore with all the computers and everything. I had all kinds of crap wired in my car, toggle switches and stuff everywhere. Wire nut. And just real quick, I'm going to plug this baby in. Oh, supervisor baby. Gotta move. Okay. We have power. I mean, seriously, the video's done now. It's done. Now, let me make sure we're all stretched out good here. Let's see. Oh, I didn't realize this had something on it. Tasting on the lake. Oh, yes, this was from one of my past chef jobs. So we're going to want it right around where that etching is. Okay. Yeah, like I said, this is only 20 lights. This is not a lot. This is not going to be high powered at all. If you saw any of my past videos of the the brass ham gem that I had sitting here off to the side of all my videos. That had a string of 20 lights in it, and that threw some nice warm light. Okay, so this is kind of weird. They all kind of came up like that. Yeah, it's weird how they all kind of like lined up evenly together. I mean, it's makes sense, but it's annoying for me. That's about it. That's literally our video's done here. Oh yeah, I want to put some foil in there. Because of the low wattage issue there. So, what do we want here? Does this give people the heebie-jeebies if I am cutting aluminum foil with a pair of scissors? Is this going right up some people's spines? If it is, I apologize. Sandbag to the rescue. Oh, I can barely get my hand in there. Will I be able to get it out? That's the question. Yes. I had to blindly stick a piece of tape on something, and I nailed it. Yeah, sort of. All right. That's as far as we need to take all this. This is just going to be for fun. I'm doing a lot of these just for fun videos lately, and it's fun. So who knows what the crinkles on that aluminum foil is going to look like, but through a Fresnel, it may look pretty cool. So let's see here. Ooh, I see a challenge. Everybody into the pool. Well, that's kind of like a little funky, a little weird. It would be different, I think, if this was frosted. So let's see what this looks like. All right, hold on a second. Okay. See what happens here. Oh, well, I mean, it's kind of like a signal light on a car. I like that. It's definitely not throwing a lot of light, but I like the warm white of the particular bulbs that I got. I got a couple of those 20 packs that had LEDs, and they're very bright white. Kind of annoying. Man, I like that. It'll make a great night light. For sure. Maybe I want to keep it now. So it looks a lot, I think it looks a lot different on camera. It looks a lot brighter. But I like it. Pretty neat. What shall I do with it? I'm gonna hang it on the wall like tonight, but I don't think it's gonna hang with the hardware that it's got. And I don't want to modify it any. Pretty neat, folks. All right, well that was our as Adam Savage would call it, a one-day build. That was like a, I don't know, half an hour build. That includes me looking around for parts before I started. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. A nautical light with Christmas lights in it. And that's going to be a great night light somewhere. And I'm going to use that tonight. Folks, thanks so much for stopping by. And as usual, don't stop the presses. Okay, so I thought I had finished that video last night of the nautical lamp, which I had already incorporated here into the lab. Looked pretty cool over there, but I was thinking about it in bed last night, and I'm like, you know what? And when I saw that little base that was already in there, that for a bulb of some kind, I said, you know, I want to do something there. So I went and got this little tiny flange. I think it'll screw into the holes that are already there. And this bulb, 25 watt bulb. This is the brightest I can get for this this little opening here. So I could use the existing cord and stuff, but what if I want to use that string of lights to electrify something else? So I went to my trusty box of plugs, and I found one. And, all right, so that's what we're going to do now. That looks great over there. We'll see how it looks after we change things here. I don't know. It's almost too dim here. I tried using it as a night light last night. Didn't light up much at all. But, okay, so let's do this. This won't take long. Okay, this has actually got a little bit of warmth to it. Of course, it's pretty cold here. It's 20-something. But I didn't think those little bulbs would throw any heat at all. Actually, maybe it's because these are real bulbs and not LEDs. That's probably why. All right. So, and I had to, well, I'll show you what's going on here. Let's get this stuff out of here. Should be interesting. Actually, I can just take this off. Oh, good. Came out easier to, oh, you know why it's easier now? Because this cord is all warmed up. Let's see here. Oh, looking at my foil, kind of remained in place. We'll see. All right, so we're not plugged in anywhere. No. Get the knot out. Important to have that knot. That can avoid all kinds of unfortunate issues. Okay, we'll put that aside, deal with that. I'm sure I'll find something else to throw this in. Now, let's see here. Man, wouldn't that be great if those were the side? I think they are. How cool is that? And I asked the guy, by the way, I went to Ace Hardware. This was $5.99. This was like $1.27 or something like that. I don't know, super cheap. And they had a whole line of like the LEDs ones now, like the ones for chandeliers, the ones that look kind of like a fake flame with a little point and stuff. But we have an issue here with logistics. So I couldn't go too big on a bulb because you wouldn't be able to, unless I went like this and then put it in. I don't know. We'll see. So I went with this idea. Now, let's see. Oh, actually, maybe first I should. Let's see if this fits first. What do they got going on here? Okay, that's for the wires. Come on now. What kind of game is this? Seriously. Okay. Oh, good. I didn't lose that washer. I always seem to lose stuff like that. Now. Excellent. The holes line up. And these are the same thickness. Great. So, let's get this wired up. I don't need that anymore. All right, first, let's get our new cord in here. It should still fit in that hole. I still think somebody should have just used one of these holes and not drill this one. Ooh, it's going to be tight. This may not work. I may actually need... I'm going to need to modify that hole just a tiny bit. I mean, literally like a couple tenths of an inch. Jesus, man, I think butchered that hole. Wow. Now I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I wanted to smooth that out just a tiny bit to so we don't cut the cord after a couple years of it being tugged around in here. All right, where were we? I'm just redisplaying my excellent professional taping of aluminum foil to the back of the lamp here. Okay, we are ready here. Now we can do our thing here. And now these darn things gotta be threaded all the way back up in through there. But I am quite lucky for finding that old socket in here. Still had the screws and everything. I hate flathead screws sometimes, or most of the time. Okay. We are installed. Now, I think we should test it before we put it in there. Ah, and it goes in. Awesome. I mean, barely, but it does. All right. So, now, let's do a reveal. Okay. Here we go, folks. Here's the plug. Here's my cord. Holy moly, that right. Wow. Nice. Oh, geez. Wow. It's interesting. It's got like a stripe. Like where the center of that Fresnel is. They had frosted ones, so maybe I should have gotten a frosted one, but wow. All right, let me put it back over in my spot here, and I want to see. I hope it's not way too bright to have here. Not too bad. It's not staring at me right in the face. That's incense burning, in case you're wondering what all that smoke is. That's Supervisor Baby likes a little incense going when he's in here working. All right. Nautical light. I kind of wouldn't mind that, a little dimmer than that. But at least now I know where to go for my bulbs. Get something just a little bit dimmer. Like I said, that was 25 watt. I thought that would be nowhere near enough for this, but oh, you know what I'll do? I'll take that foil out of the back. Let's see what that changes. Something should look pretty different without the foil. Let's do that. Okay, good. That changed the dynamic a little bit, getting that foil off of there. All right, then it's going to be great, folks. So this is going to be the real ending here, and that can just stay right over there next to the darkroom lantern and flashlight. And I decided the ornament can stay in here for a little while. Kind of roll around there. Why not? There's a good spot for it. All right, folks, that should do it unless I find something else to do with this thing. And then I took it off Marketplace because I thought I'd keep it around for a while. Thank you very much. And don't you go changing.
We'll be back with the Magic Tones for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.